So I'm Julia Streets. I'm here with Paul Humphrey from BMLL. Hello, how are you?
Nice to see you.
Now it's an exciting time because we're at the first anniversary of your Client Product Advisory Board.
Mm-hmm.
So just walk us through a little bit. How did this all begin, and most importantly, why?
Great question. Thank you for that. So at the end of 2024, we started to expand our way into the long-only buy side. And we landed some really meaningful clients, sovereign wealth fund, global asset managers, and of course, sticking your neck out internally to take a product like that from a provider like us. Having done so, they wanted to know what was coming next on our product roadmap so that they could plan their businesses around that. And then it became evident to them that they wanted to talk with the industry on what global standards should look like. What does first-class symbology look like? What does high-quality normalization look like? And realised that these are areas that are common to all. So they asked us to form a client product advisory board, at which point, well, they had me at hello, frankly, at that point, but I asked them, who would you like around this table? Is this just the buy side? Is this just sovereign wealth funds? And they were very, very clear. No. Any global systematic user of the data will have the same opinions on what good looks like. And we can refine that around this table. So we have expanded across all these different user types. We're not just a talking shop. That's really important. We want to actually get stuff done. We want to get those standards laid out. And indeed, last year we went on and built a product together.
Well, I was going to ask you about that, because so often kind of user groups tend to be a one-way conversation, which is, this is what we are doing, we want to share it with you, get your input, and are you going to have a commitment to buy? That's how most kind of working groups and user groups work. But what you're saying, this is slightly different, because this is about standards. This is about holding to high account the quality of the data and how that is being used by different people in the industry. But very rarely does a product get created from a working group in that way. So talk to us a bit more about that.
Very proud of that. So we launched a product last year called Trades Plus.
Okay.
So a trades feed per se is not unusual to the industry. It's been supplied by real-time providers at the top of the book. But the difference is we're a level 3 provider, so we can put whatever field you like into that trades feed to enhance it, to give it that extra. Now, it turned out when we talked to this Client Products Advisory Board, they were doing that themselves. They were having to go and buy different feeds of data to pull that data together internally and munge it. And we said, well, let's get the spec agreed at this advisory board. We can build it for you. We can do that. We spend our time in depth of this data. Let's opine on what fields are really important to you, and let's build a product that's fit for purpose. And we had representatives of the sell side and the buy side and the systematic community around the table agreeing those standards. We would circulate spec, we would test samples, we would get opinions back on that. It was a complete 360 feedback, resulting in a product that we launched at the end of last year, and there's been a fantastic success. And it's a first for the industry.
And of course, that opportunity to test it with a very, very engaged audience coming through is really important. Now, you just landed.
You also realised at that point that if all of these clients were having this issue, this problem extended well beyond the table we're sitting there. It wouldn't have been only these firms that had said that this is a challenge for the industry. So we knew we were building a product that would have a demand with prospects that aren't our clients today.
And when we think about the other big event that happened last year was your fundraise, your capital raising with Nordic Capital. What does that give you in terms of capacity to extend out, but also create more?
So those clients around our table that are looking at our long-term roadmap want more from us sooner. They want more markets, they want more coverage, they want more product built on that coverage. And there was a limited amount we could do, which is why we laid out our roadmap in front of them. Landing a partner like Northern Capital last year has been a game changer for us. We can accelerate, lean into that, give them more of what they want, and give it to them sooner.
So as we go into the second year of the advisory board, I mean, I guess what's your call to the industry to get involved? Can everybody get involved?
Absolutely. Any global systematic user of the data on the buy and sell side, whether they're a long-only asset manager, whether they're a sophisticated HFT, whether they're a sell-side bank, can all come and join us around the table. Indeed, we expect to have more people joining us this year. The client types, we have sell-side large and small, we have hedge funds large and small, we have asset managers large and small around the table. This isn't a talking shop where we're looking to advertise the names of our customers. That's not what this is all about. This is an industry working group focused on what good looks like, the best-in-class quality in an environment where they can actually engineer and manufacture that change.
I can't wait to see what comes out next. Paul Humphrey, as always, thank you very much indeed.